As soon as I hit the countryside, no matter which part of the world I'm in, my entire state of mind changes. And under the sun, I'm lucky enough to travel to the most tranquil parts of the world in search of farmers that grow food for us without using chemicals. Today, our journey starts with the beautiful countryside of Wales. I'm headed for Ceredigion in mid-Wales, some 240 miles from London. A journey that takes almost 7 hours, because once you enter Wales, there are very few motorways or dual carriageways.
That's right, permaculture. Something I know nothing about. But during my investigations for this program and others like it, I've come across this word, and fortunately, we've had the two leaders of the Lampeter Permaculture Society invite us to their place to show us how not just organic, as far as I understand it, but other aspects of the whole natural sort of alternative lifestyle have leached into their lives, and they're putting it into action in rural life here in Wales. And let's go and have a look and see what they're doing. Angie! Hi! I'm Nathan.
Time in Tregaron.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely.
Yeah. Hi.
How are you doing today?
Lovely.
Angie and Andy Pollock moved to Wales 10 years ago and were lucky enough to find a beautiful piece of land that they have been farming on the basis of permaculture principles. They have found, in the practice of permaculture, a philosophy of life that enables them to live the way they've always wanted to, sustainably, ethically, and in harmony with nature.
My most important question, who's going to cut the cake?
I made it.
Yeah, please, cut the cake.
Great. The moment we've been waiting for.
Dun, dun, dun. Thank you. So Angie, thanks for inviting me to come and have a look at your farm. So I'm a bit of a layman when it comes to permaculture, or probably more so an idiot. So would you mind explaining a little bit of it to me?
Well, it's not organic gardening. The difference is that organic gardening is essentially a set of techniques. Permaculture is a design approach. So it's about designing the way you live, the way you use the land for it to be more sustainable.
So would I be right in thinking that the word permaculture is made from the two words permanent and culture, suggesting that we have to change the way that we're living now because the society and the culture in which we're participating kind of looks like it has a finite lifespan? It's going to implode on itself. It's not really sustainable.
Yes, permaculture does include that. It also respects the fact that culturally, many traditional peoples have an awful lot of ancient knowledge and wisdom from living very close to the land and close to nature for a long time. So the permanent culture comes from bringing that into our designs. And then part of the permanent is an understanding that although we currently rely on very many annual crops, that actually, if we're going to be more sustainable, we need to be thinking about more perennial systems that are more self-sustaining, because arable and annual crops require an awful lot of energy to produce them.
Today's perennial crops include orchards, groves, vineyards, alfalfa, bananas, cashews, and berries. When agriculture worked more closely with nature, it was common to grow perennial crops like wheat, barley, oats, and rye. But much of that ancient wisdom of how that was done has been lost. Today, modern agricultural research is trying to rediscover how to grow perennial grain crops. Permaculturists believe in perennial crops because it's good for the earth not to be violently churned up every few months, destroying the natural balance of organisms. It is also a labour-saving device that helps to optimise the crop yield without so much effort. Time for a short break. When we return, we'll look into other fascinating permaculture practices that are not only good for the environment, but also help to make the optimum use of your time and energy.